One of my favorite times of year is March Madness, the NCAA's Basketball National Championship. Unfortunately, many of my friends have no idea how the tournament works and get confused when I try to talk to them about it. Today I would like to break down the tournament and hopefully enlighten those who get confused by all the basketball lingo. There are three major sections to understanding what's going on in March Madness. The first section is pre-tournament season, the second section is seeding, and the final section is bracket assignment and play. I'll explain the three sections so that next time the tournament comes around, you'll be able to understand what is going on and hopefully be able to enjoy it more. The first part of March Madness is what happens in the regular season. Before teams can even start thinking about playing in the national championship, they have to have a winning season. Most teams play 25 to 30 games in their regular season, followed by a regional championship. In order to make it into the national tournament, most of those games need to be won, especially the regional championship, as the winner of each region is guaranteed a bid in the national championship, resulting in 34 automatic bids for the winner of each region. For teams who didn't win the regional, there are 30 at-large bids that are going to be handed out by a committee based on team rankings, win-loss records, and ratings percentage index. The ratings percentage index looks at our team's win-loss record, but also takes into consideration the level of their opponents. So if a team has more losses, but played tougher opponents throughout the season, they may have a higher RPI score than another team who has a more winning record against weaker opponents. The next part of the tournament is seeding. A team's seed is basically their predicted ranking in the tournament for each region. All 64 teams that are given bids are assigned a seed number of 1 through 16. 4 teams will be assigned the number 1 seed, 4 will be number 2, and so on. The 4 sets of 1 through 16 will be assigned to a different corner of the bracket. Number 1 seeds are theoretically the best in the tournament, and if everything went according to plan, they would make up the final 4. The last part of March Madness is bracket assignment and play. The same committee that assigned the seeds will then divide them up as evenly as possible into pods of 4 teams. And this is a pod. The smallest thing, each group is a pod. In total, there are 32 pods, and each one will be placed as evenly matched as possible on the bracket. Which means they're not going to put all the number 1 seeds on the same corner of the bracket. So that gives the best chance for all number 1s ending up right here at the final 4. Once the 3-week tournament begins, with each game, the loser is eliminated and the winner moves on to the next game. Over the first 2 games of play, 64 teams is trimmed to 32. So we go from red to right here in the black. The next 2 days, the field is reduced to 16. And that's when you get to the green, which is also called the Sweet 16. These final 16 teams take a 4-day break before resuming play. During the second week of the tournament, 16 teams is weeded down to the final 4, which is probably a term you've heard before. It's pretty popular in this tournament. The final 2 from each team will play each other until we finally have the champion. In conclusion, the NCAA March Madness tournament has a lot going on, but that just adds to the fun. Watching your favorite team play and knowing that one wrong move could wreck the entire season and send them home makes for very exciting basketball. I hope now that we have looked into what goes on in a tournament, March Madness seems less complicated and more enjoyable.